Comments rocking. There we go. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh, busy day today. All right. All right. Comments activated. All right, ladies and gents, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you can hear me okay, please do me a favor, throw a 1 in the chat. If y'all can hear me okay, Susan from Baltimore, welcome, welcome. Kanasha Howard, welcome. Jessica Hill in the building. Mr. William Osborne, welcome. Happy Sunday. Eileen Reichman, welcome, Eileen. Good to see you on. Linda, good to see you. We about to get it lit. It's about to be lit tonight. Cicely Evans, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. All right, the audio is good. Ladies and gentlemen, I am traveling this evening, but I was not going to let that stop me from getting you this information for day 7 of the Green Organics Prosperity Challenge. And do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat if you've been getting value the last 6 days on the information, the education, the coaching. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been getting value. Let's see, live from New Hampshire, Chelsea, welcome. At the rock stars in the building. Okay, Linda, good to see you. Thank you, Tanya Sanders. Appreciate you. Miss Betty Chandler, thank you. Getting value. We've been, and all of the videos so far are uploaded on the YouTube channel. So if you go to Will Zanders on YouTube, you can see all of the videos in order. I had Yolanda, good to see you. Miriam as well. I had some folks reach out to me on Facebook asking if they could still participate, even if they just found out about the challenge today. Yes, you can watch all the videos in order right here in the group. Aaron, good to see you. Or you can pop on over to YouTube, watch the videos in order. And they got people who are still ordering their oils today. And they just going to start off on day 1 when they come in. But this is going to be fun. Lynette, good to see you. All right, let me dive into the information, ladies and gentlemen. We got notes. I'm going to tell you how complicated it was. So it's not Zoom, so I couldn't hop off camera and do notes from my phone like I normally do. So I had to go to one of our local Axe venues, which is not even within 6 hours of me, and had to get them to print out some emails that I sent to myself with the notes on here because I really wanted to make sure that y'all got everything you needed. So do me a favor, put a 2 in the chat if you got paper and pen and you're ready to go. Yeah, let me know. Oh, yeah, the video, too. Look, we threw the Axe video up there. Yeah, definitely. Definitely threw the Axe video in there. Yusef Willoughby, my cousin, my brother from another mother. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Coach Marcus Jones in the building. Okay, Laurie Dooley, West Coast in the building. Missy McCallum, let's go. Everybody ready to go? Paper and pens? I know, Eileen, good to have friends, right? Your network determines your net worth, period. Jessica, ready to go. Who else is ready to go? Ready to got the info. Y'all, I hope y'all ready. We've been blowing minds all week. We're not going to stop tonight. And tonight you get the first day of the oil protocol. I done talked to everybody. We ready. Kenya Wooden, we ready. Okay, Linda, we are ready. Tracy Bennett in the building. TB, welcome. We ready. All right, we ready to go? Okay, we can start the party now. Carolyn Mayo Stokes here. We can start her and Lori Dooley here. We can start the party now, y'all. Carolyn and Lori in the building. We can start the party now, y'all. Day 5. I know day 5 is one of my favorite days too, Tanya. I really loved it. I'm glad we got to bless people's lives. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, it is important for you to go over the old videos. Again, I'm just telling you why, because what is repeated is remembered and what is remembered is repeated. And when you learn things over and over again until they become part of you, okay, you're going to have the manifestations way quicker, okay, period. Also, too, we want to know until you know why, the how doesn't matter. So always remember why you're learning this information. What's the reason for you learning this information, okay? Nakia Ray is ready. Look, Bounce Back Kia is ready. Randy Freeman is ready. We good to go. Pam Edwards, the Diamonds is ready. Let's go. Coach Troy Monroe, we ready. All right. I done seen all I need to see. We ready to rock. I don't know. Where's MJ at? Where's the missus? Why is she not on here? What? Babe, where you at? What's the deal? Where you at? All right, here we go. We're going to talk about Dr. Masaru Emoto right now. And Dr. Masaru Emoto is, oh, she on? Okay, Jessica, thank you. Because she was about to get in trouble, Jess. She was about to get in trouble. I ain't seen her on it. All right. Dr. Masaru Emoto is a Japanese doctor who wrote a book and did several studies on the study of water. And we're gonna go full circle with this thing. Hey, Miss Denise, good to see you. So we are gonna really go full circle with this. Now, his studies on water suggested, okay, that the water molecules could be influenced by thought, all right, by words and by emotions and even by music, all right. And he claimed, was unproven at the time, he claimed that the positive emotions like love and gratitude could create beautifully structured water crystals, which means that on an atomic level, on a molecular level, the water would change. It would change what it was. Okay, it would literally change what it was on a molecular level, on a subatomic level. The water is changing its form, and they could see it if they froze it and took a picture of it, of the crystals that were created. Okay, now his work gained widespread attention when it was discovered through scientific repeatable experiments. It was discovered that water responded to human consciousness. Okay, that water responded to human consciousness, and that it was a view that aligned science with beliefs about energy, vibration, and spirituality that people had been saying in the spiritual world, but had never been proven scientifically until Dr. Emoto did the scientific experiments, okay? And it was proven scientifically. You can read the book, do the studies, it's amazing. That positive words and music, okay, when water was exposed to positive words or soothing music, the water formed symmetrical and beautiful crystals. And when you froze it, you could see how beautiful the crystalline structures were in the water, okay? Now, when negative words and emotions and like hard rock music and stuff like that was exposed to negative or harsh words, when the water heard that, okay, the water formed irregular, chaotic crystals that were really jagged and not appealing to the eye at all, okay? Now, there is photographic evidence, and he and his team took the pictures under a microscope showing the differences in molecular structure of the various exposures of the water. And all of this has been proven by science and repeated after the fact. It's amazing, okay? Now, he also said that there were hidden messages in the water. That was actually the name of his book, The Hidden Messages in Water by Dr. Masaru Emoto, and it included charts and photographs of the crystals and things of that nature. Now, that being said, his work was also featured in something he pioneered called water crystal photography. And also there was a very popular documentary with millions of views called What the Bleep Do We Know? And that was a documentary film where his work on water was referenced, and there was a visual overview in there. Now, here's some important things that you need to know about his work as well. Time was inconsequential. It didn't matter if the music was played to the water for a few minutes or for hours. The crystals would be beautiful. It didn't matter if people prayed over the water for hours or for just a few minutes. The result was the same. So it seems that time is irrelevant in terms of intention and transformation. Okay, the water changed molecularly in minutes. They just didn't, it might have been seconds, but they simply didn't do any research on trying it for seconds. They simply did a few minutes, and then they did like hours. Okay, so the water was changing the same regardless of the time. So time was inconsequential. Remember that. That's going to become very important. Now, we're about to make a connection, okay, that has never been made before outside of truly esoteric, metaphysical circles and spiritual religions. It's never been done in the secular world of network marketing before, but we're going to imply a connection, and now we're going to start to draw a line from that scientific research, and now we're going to bring it over to the Bible. Now, in the Bible, which is an incredible book for any believer, However, even for people who are atheists, they still acknowledge that the Bible is one of the most amazing psychology, sociology, and history books ever. So no matter what school of thought you're from, there's a lot to be gained from spiritual texts from all the cultures. But again, I'm a Bible scholar by trade, so we go with that. Now, in the Bible, various accounts of handkerchiefs and garments and bodies of water reported to have healing properties and blessings and things of that nature. Someone touched Christ's garment and they were healed. Someone touched the handkerchief that Paul had, even though Paul wasn't even in the same vicinity as the handkerchief. It was just something he had at some point. And somebody touched the handkerchief and they were healed as well. Other people went into the river and dipped and came out healed. It was the most amazing things happening historically. And the fact that those type of vibrations with water actually can help people, but also we're drawing a parallel between the water changing, but also the words and intentions were also affecting what we would perceive as inanimate objects. But if words and intention and prayer and positive music and things like that, if it affects water on a molecular level, by the same token, it's going to affect inanimate objects because it's not affecting the thing on the surface of it. It's affecting the atoms and molecules. Okay. It's not affecting the sweater or the handkerchief. It's affecting the atoms that the handkerchief is made out of. Please understand that the handkerchief is made out of atoms. You are made out of cells, but what are your cells made out of? Okay. Molecules, which are made out of atoms. All right. What is the handkerchief made out of? Linen or fabric, which is made out of what? Atoms. Okay. Everything's made from atoms and then subatomic material. So your thoughts, your prayer, your words, your intention affects the atomic structure of quite literally anything. And that is a biblical and now a scientific principle. They're the same. Okay, so you can't say, so when people say things like life and death are in the power of the tongue, it's changing things when you speak to a thing or a person even, because people are 60 to 70% water. Your children are made from dang near 80% water. Your spouses are made from 60 to 70% water. Even your bones are hard, but they're 31% water, between 22 and 31% water. You're affecting everything in your environment on the atomic level with the thoughts you say and the words that you speak, and you're affecting everything, okay? Now put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense, and if it doesn't make sense, put a 2 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if the science and the spirituality makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, put a 2 in the chat. And then we no child left behind. We're going to get everybody on the same page. Now, that being said, you can program water. You can literally program your own physiology with your thoughts and your words. We're proving that by science and spirituality. The body, food, and drink are all particularly receptive to programming. Doesn't have to be water. Doesn't even have to be a liquid. Okay, can be an inanimate object. Just understand. Due to the high water content, it's even easier to program the human body, which is approximately 60 to 70% water. With higher water concentration in vital organs like the brain, which is 73% water, and the heart, which is 73% water, and bones, those solid, are anywhere from 22 to 31% water. So you're literally, Greta is probably a little bit behind because you came on a little bit late, but that's okay. The recording will be there for you. So yeah, that is 100% why you don't have food poisoning everywhere, every day. A lot of times because people are praying over their food, and it's great point, Isaac. It's changing the molecular structure of the food, period. This is proven. This is science. This is spirituality, point blank. Okay. Now the high water content is going to suggest that the body in its natural state is very receptive to vibrational programming through thoughts, words, environmental frequencies. In fact, when the child is within the mother in utero, we talked about this on day 1, day 2, and day 3. When the child is in the mother, it's floating in a fluid sac of amniotic fluid. Okay, it's floating in fluid, and that fluid is very programmable. It's very, very dangerous if the mom is not cognizant of her thoughts or actions, or even what the dad is telling the mom while the baby's pregnant, while the mom's pregnant with the baby. The baby is very programmable, okay, during that time period. The baby's whole environment is liquid. It even breathes liquid at that point, okay? Now, and that's the food and drink. Now, fruits and vegetables, 80% water. Start praying over your food. That's how you program it. Use your intention. Now listen, it may sound woo-woo. Oh, I don't want to pray over my food, or I don't want to speak positive intentions and express love and gratitude for the food I eat and the drinks I drink. Listen, you don't have to do it, but science as well as the spiritual text, the scientific atheist doctors and the pastors and the spiritual, forefathers and mothers in the church are all on the same page, okay? On the same page. It's rare that everybody on the same page. Eileen says they can hear everything in utero. Yes, it's ultrasound even prior to the ears being formed. Now, milk is also 87% water, making it very receptive to program. I'll say that again for my mothers who breastfeed. Milk is 87% water, which makes it very susceptible to programming. Okay, so breastfeeding mothers, listen, you have an opportunity to give your child a supercharged beverage, supercharged with positive intentions for growth and health and prosperity and confidence. And you can program not only your child, but the actual milk that will create your child's body. All right. Here's another funny one before we move on. Bread. Okay. Shockingly, bread is 35 to 40% water. So even bread needs to be programmed. Now, why did I bring up bread? I brought up bread because there's a verse in the Bible in Matthew 26:26 where the verse says, and it's the Last Supper, okay? Jesus took bread and blessed it, okay, and broke it, and he gave it to the disciples. I'll say it again. It's from Matthew chapter 26, verse 26, okay? Jesus took the bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to the disciples. Now, why would Jesus, who's perfect, have to bless bread? Bread did not commit any crime. The bread, assuming he made it, was made perfectly. You didn't need to bless the bread. He did that as an example for us to see instructions on how to bless food and why to bless food, even bread. Okay, so just understand the concept that some things he didn't need to do. When Jesus touched the bread to even break it, it was immediately perfect. Okay, it's just the nature of his power. But he still blessed it just so we would know, hey, we need to be doing this stuff. And then here's something a lot of people miss, and I don't want you to miss this. When he broke the bread, okay, he blessed it. Then he broke it and gave it out. Now here's the thing. When he blessed the bread, it changed the molecular and chemical structure, the atomic structure of the bread changed, just like water. And then when he broke it, he gave it to the disciples, but by definition, the bread didn't lose any of its power when it was given out. Okay? So just in theory, if do you know that at the crucifixion, they were gambling for strips of Jesus's clothes? Did you notice that the centurions and the other people there, when Jesus was crucified in the New Testament, they were gambling, rolling dice to see who got what pieces of his clothes? They didn't even need the whole garment. Even these heathens knew that just a piece of the clothes would have all the power of the whole garment. You see, he literally changed, he changed the frequency and vibration, the molecular structure, the atomic structure of the bread. And so the handkerchief that they had that Paul touched, they could have cut that in half and handed it out and healed twice as many people. When Jesus broke the bread and gave it out, the bread did not lose any of its power. Okay, so just understand the nature of changing the molecular atomic structure of things on a molecular level by intention and prayer and blessing. Okay, just understand that. It did not, thank you, Mary, it did not decrease at all. All right, just understand that. Now, there's tons of spiritual practices that say that. I don't want to go off the deep end with that. What I would like to do is continue moving you forward toward the goal of what we're pushing toward on day 7, which is an amazing day 7. Yeah. Clothes have an incredible frequency based on the fabric they're made of. So all your clothes, cotton, silk, rayon, polyester, everything has an organic default frequency. It's not necessarily that the fabric's organic, but it all has a frequency. Ladies and gentlemen, you should be blessing your clothes, raising the frequency and the vibration of the clothes you have, especially if you wear name brand stuff like Nike or Adidas. That's typically all low vibration stuff until you bless your own clothes. Okay? Life and death, power of the tongue. It is shown that intention and or prayer and or positive music, but the intention is everything, raises the vibration of inanimate objects as well as organic animate objects. Okay? A handkerchief or a t-shirt or a rock. The Bible even says even the rocks will cry out. And when the Bible says the rocks will cry out, it doesn't mean that the rocks feel pain and they're going to get a mouth. It doesn't mean that. What it means when it says the rocks will cry out, cry is a sound. Sound is a vibration. Even rocks, the atomic structure of a rock vibrates at a certain vibration, a certain frequency. The frequency is simply not able to be heard by the human ear. Okay? Everything has a frequency. Everything that exists in the whole universe that God ever made has a vibration, has a frequency. It all sings. Here's the thing. You can't hear it because your ears are not finely tuned enough, a piece of machinery to pick up vibrations above a certain level. Crystals as well have very, very high vibrations. Crystals are even programmable. Okay, just understand that, all right? That is how it works. Now, just know this. If I had a dog whistle and I blew the dog whistle, you can't hear it, but it still makes a sound. The dog can hear it because the dog's ears are more sensitive than our human ears, and it can pick up more on the range of sound. You understand? So moving on. You can transfer vibrational frequency, okay, from an inanimate object to a person, from a person to a liquid, from a person to a person. We were talking about in Las Vegas how it was smart for people even to go just to shake Coach Marcus' hand or hug him. Just touch him. Just touch Coach. You just got to go hug Tina Heuermann. Some lady tried to bite Coach Tina Heuermann. She tried to bite her. Okay, her frequency, her vibration was that strong. People just wanted to touch her. They just wanted to be around her. Because when you touch someone, they do not have the ability to prevent their impartation if it is above your vibration of jumping off on you in a positive way, if that's your intention. And this is why when Jesus was moving through the crowd in the New Testament and the lady touched him, he turned around and said, "Who touched me?" Somebody touched me because I felt power go out from me. Okay? He didn't even stop it. He couldn't. He didn't even know. He knew the future. But again, he was giving us that example for us. Okay? He was giving it for us. All right? So just understand that that's how it works. Now, the scientific findings with water support the thought of the fact that the vibrational transfer works from water to human, from human to water, from human to inanimate object, and even from inanimate object like a handkerchief or a cloak to a human, in this back and forth. Okay, so the science and the scripture have lined up 2,000 years later. It's all saying the same thing. Okay, it's all saying the same thing. Now, here's the verse right here. In Mark chapter 5, verse 34, where Jesus tells the woman touching his garment, another one, she touched his garment. And he said, "Your faith has healed you." Her intention, her faith and belief, her intention was, I'm going to touch this garment and I'm going to get healed. And boom, and it did. And you see those type of, reports all around the world of different types of what they call spontaneous healing. You can find Google searches on that all the time. Just know it's not weird. It's not woo-woo. This is an old spiritual practice from thousands of years ago. It's just that the science and the technology is finally catching up, okay? Praying over themselves, their loved ones, even over the food. The vibration positive, yes, okay? So the study suggests that the vibrations of positive intention are absorbed and held okay, by different items and things like that. Now let's keep rolling. Now here's the big picture. If all matter has a vibrational frequency and we're able to program these things, okay, and the environment can serve as a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms, ladies and gentlemen, please understand that by default, regardless of the water content, okay, imagine if there was a crystal which is highly programmable and water which is highly programmable. Just understand essential oils are some of the most programmable substances on earth. They're going to naturally do default things. But after talking to Alexandria, it absolutely blew my mind to learn that you can actually program your essential oils. You can actually program your essential oils, which will interact with you on a molecular level. Let me tell you how strong oils and liquids are in general. How many people have seen the Align video? Put a 1 in the chat. If you've seen the Align video, put a 1 in the chat. If you haven't, shame on you. Watch it as soon as this is over. But if you've seen the Align video, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. You've seen how Align by default goes into your body and starts working on cells. Okay. That all natural ability of oils made by the creator, made by God from plants. Okay. God did that. That's not a person thing. Alexandria is spiritually gifted to formulate the oils and put it together, but the stuff is all made. Okay, the stuff is all made from God. All right, that's just the stuff's here by a creator. All right. Now, here's the thing: oils can be programmed just like your water can, and they're so much infinitely more potent. It's no wonder why oils are mentioned in the Bible between 500 and 600 times, depending on the translation and what scholar you talk to. And then water is mentioned a ton, but not in the same way. Water is used to wash. Oil is used, programmed oil that has been blessed, is used to anoint and empower and unlock certain physical potentials in certain individuals. A person wasn't a king till they got anointed with oil. A person was not a king until they were anointed with oil. It unlocks certain potentialities, like we talked about in day 2 and day 3, that the body is a machine of infinite potential. Infinite potential. Essential oil, since the beginning of time, has had the abilities to not just disinfect and clean and do this other type of stuff, which is all awesome. They have the ability to unlock certain genetic potentials within. For example, a lot of people talked about the vaccines. I'm not a vaccine person, but just know that the scientists were trying to create a mRNA type of vaccine that could rewrite their DNA. Okay, that's just what it was, mRNA related to DNA. They were trying to create a liquid, something, good or bad. I'm not trying to get involved in all that, but I'm just telling you, they were trying to create a liquid that can literally interact with your DNA and get past the blood-brain barrier, all right? We already have that. Essential oils is the technology that they're trying to replicate. They're trying to replicate that technology, but with some strange side effects that we didn't sign up for. All right, so just understand that. Now, here's the part about frequency and vibration. We're gonna tie it into money. We're gonna tie it into abundance, tie it into wealth. When you take a line, you'll notice that your cells start to change shape. And when cells change shape, it's because they're vibrating at a different frequency. Okay, you can't hear them, but they're vibrating at a certain frequency. Okay, when you have the essential oils, they're going to cause you on the molecular level to vibrate at a certain frequency. Let me tell you how important the vibration, even if you can't see it, the vibration your body gives off is so important. So I had a cat and a dog and ended up getting into a fight, and the cat died. All right, cat died. Now, I didn't know the cat had died, but the cat died about maybe, couldn't have been 10 minutes later, I found the cat. The cat was dead. Not even 2 seconds after that, all right, ants came out of nowhere and started to move toward the carcass. Now, here's the thing. If a cat is laying down chilling, even if it's asleep, ants are not going to come over. A cat can die, and immediately when the vibration shifts, because even those cells are still vibrating, they're vibrating slower and they haven't decayed yet, But the second an animal dies, the antenna on insects, the antenna, what do you think antennas are? They're little radars to pick up vibration. Ants don't have noses in the way that we do. They don't have a nose like that. They have antenna, and the antenna picks up vibration. So they don't need to see the food. They don't need to smell the food. They need to hear the vibration of something that is edible. And dead stuff is edible. So the second a cat dies, ants go boom, and they start hunting for that vibrational frequency. Okay? Just understand, money's no different. We don't understand that money looks for a certain vibrational frequency, because money doesn't just come running down the street and dive into your pocket. All right? Money comes into your experience through the fastest organic channels. If you got a job, it's going to come from that. If you got a business, it's going to come through that most likely. If you buy scratch off tickets, it's probably going to come through that. Money may come to you in the form of an idea, or you're going to take action when usually you would procrastinate, or you're going to say, you know what? I don't even use this. I need to go sell this for some money. Like, it doesn't come in the same way that an ant will move. Money comes from a different organic way. And when you have investments and you have businesses, you're opening the floodgates for money and wealth and abundance to come from you from ways other than your personal production. This is why investments are cool. You have investments, a lot of times you wake up and you got more money than you did the night before. Why? Because it's an open channel to receive. It's an open channel to receive. This is why, even if you have a job and you love your job, having a network marketing business is so smart. Because when you have a network marketing business, you're leaving the channel for wealth open to succeed. In theory, 80 people could join your link tonight and you wouldn't even know where they came from. In theory. You might just put your link as your Facebook website, and a top builder might be looking for a company and join your business while you sleep and sponsor 300 people. Anything can happen, okay? Anything can happen when you have that type of intention. But you can definitely program oils. Oils are going to change your vibration, your frequency. Your vibration and your frequency are going to act as a magnet to attract the things to you that you want. That's how it always works. But it can go both ways. You can attract negative things to you, and you can attract good things to you as well, okay? Now, here's the thing about scents in general, and this is scientifically validated in tons of studies. Let me see. I'm even writing the studies down in these notes. Cellular memory, emotional association. That's not the one I'm looking for. But basically, your cells remember because your cells have certain things. Cellular memory is something that you're going to hear a lot more about in the future. All right. And so now we're going to move on. Now, when we're talking about scent, the stuff you smell is simply a vibration, and your nasal hairs and olfactory senses, those hairs are picking up the vibration and translating that into a fragrance. Okay, scent and fragrance is a language of sorts. All right, this is why when you inhale essential oils, it can affect your body. Lavender can make you sleepy. Lemon can make you more alert. Peppermint will for sure wake you up. Your body already has access to all of these different reactions. The oil is going to basically push the button on what reaction that you want at the time. Now, there is a book talking about how the scents and the fragrances is called The Cultural History of Smell by several different authors, and that talks about those things. Another study that might be of interest to you is called Vibrational Medicine by Dr. Richard Gerber. Another one is called The Healing Power of Sound by Dr. Mitchell Gaynor. One of my personal favorites, this particular book, is called The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton. He was actually one of the doctors in charge of the Human Genome Project. A lot of the older folks like me, we remember the Human Genome Project, okay, which was a big, I think, $1 trillion study that was done. But he wrote a book called The Biology of Belief about how your belief and intention can change your body and change your environment. And he's a big-time doctor, big-time PhD, and they didn't want to hear that from him at all, but he spoke the truth, okay? And there's all the other research on epigenetics and cellular memory. So you can look this stuff up and get this figured out. Now, right now, I want you to just, as we get into the protocol, please put a 1 in the chat if it makes sense how liquids, oils, water, human beings, bones, the brain, the heart can all be programmed with positive intention and stuff like that? Let me know. If just put a 1 in the chat, if the stuff we've been rambling on about tonight makes sense on the scientific level, such that you can program anything, not just with a water base, but anything inanimate or organic. It's been getting programmed since the beginning of time. All right. Now I'm going to give you the essential oil protocol for day 1. Okay, for day 1, this is going to be clear. For clear, you're going to use this on Monday. I'm going to give you the instructions right now. And then on tomorrow's Facebook Live, which is going to be for day 8, then I'm going to give you the protocol for, I think Align is next. And then you're going to be using Align in a certain way for the next 2 to 3 days. All right, so let me give you this particular protocol now for day 1. All right, so tomorrow morning when you wake up, you will apply 1 to 2 drops of clear to the soles of each foot, focusing on deep breathing for 5 minutes. And your intention, your prayer, the thing you're imagining is that you are releasing negative energy and trauma from the body. You're releasing subconscious limiting beliefs from the body. I'll read those instructions again. You'll be releasing the automatic negative thoughts from the body. I'll say it again. So day 1, when you wake up in the morning, okay, let's say it's 7 a.m. Let's just say it's 7 a.m. You're going to apply 1 to 2 drops of clear to the soles of each foot, okay? Focusing on deep breathing for 5 minutes, all right? Imagine, okay, use your intention, but imagine stagnant energy and trauma and subconscious limiting beliefs leaving the body, okay? Just imagine them leaving the body. Now, 4 hours later, okay, because that's how long it takes a round of essential oils to cycle through the liver, okay? 4 hours later, you want to apply 1 to 2 drops of clear, okay, on either somewhere on your spinal column. It can be the top of your back, above your neck, like you can just reach back and feel the air right there. It can be your lower back, as long as it's somewhere on your spinal column, and your spinal column runs from here all the way down, all right? So 4 hours later, so if it was 7 a.m. for the first one, 4 hours later at 11 a.m., you would apply 1 or 2 drops of clear along the spine and rub gently, and then follow with 5 minutes of meditation, envisioning mental clarity. We are programming the oils right now and envisioning mental clarity. And then 4 hours later, probably closer to 2 or 3 o'clock, 4 p.m., 4 hours later, you're going to apply 1 to 2 drops of clear on the chest. Make sure that you're not sensitive from a skin standpoint, but apply 1 to 2 drops of clear on the chest. And then you're going to take a 10-minute walk, focusing on breathing deeply to release mental and emotional blocks. It is going to be an amazing day. And then the evening time, so this will be closer to 8 o'clock, you're going to apply, again, if you got a diffuser, you can use that. But if not, at evening time, all right, closer to 8 o'clock or so, you're going to take 2 to 3 drops of clear in your hands, and you're going to inhale it really, really, really deep. Okay, that's how that's going to work on day 1, all right? And then we have day 2 and all the other days right here. But that's going to be day 1. Does anybody have any questions about how to use clear once every 48 hours? We got clear on the feet, and then on the spine, and then on the chest, and then just basically in your space. All right, just really inhale. And that's going to be our day 1. Every 4 hours, you will be applying clear of some type. Period. All right. Anybody, if you have any questions about the protocol for clear, and that's okay. We'll get it, bro. We'll get it. But anybody else have any questions about clear at all? Okay, the last one, the evening time. So that would probably be closer to like 8 o'clock or so. You want to take if you have a diffuser, you can use the diffuser before bed. But if you don't, you're going to take 2 to 3 drops of clear. Okay. And you're gonna keep it and inhale it. Okay. And you're going to be there for about 20 minutes. All right. About 20 minutes. And as you wind down, visualize the day's burdens clearing from your mind and body. All right, you got to really get that part dialed in with the intention for the clear, but use the clear oil. It is going to really get you right before we bring in the Align essential oil. I think we're going to do that one. Let me see when Align is day 2 and 3. Okay, can you use other oil for only clear tomorrow. I don't really know if there's another oil with clear that does what clear does. Honestly, I would just try to catch up when you can. But clear is the only oil I personally know of that does what it does in that way. That's the best we got. Yeah, but 4 hours later, you want to be rocking somewhere between 4 and 5 hours later. Okay, so that being said, that's day one. That's the protocol we have. We will give day two tomorrow. The protocol tomorrow. In addition, what if you won't get clear to Tuesday? Yeah, you can just start Tuesday. Honestly, though, you'll be off a day, but you're gonna need that. Okay. Oh yeah, you can still use other oils. I'm sorry, thank you, Miss. Yeah, you can definitely still use other oils for sure. Yeah, as long as you give the oil at least 2 to 3 minutes on you before you swap it out for another oil, you should be good. You should definitely be good. Okay, yep. All right, any other questions before we wrap up? Man, I really appreciate y'all sticking with me on this one. Thank you, Corey T. Appreciate you, big bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, I just want to get the information out to the hands of the people. And tomorrow, you are welcome, Eileen. Thank you. And tomorrow we will be giving you uh the next protocol for days 2 and 3 with the Lions. We'll be Facebook Live again tomorrow. Okay. All right, I think we're good. No questions? No questions? We good? Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And this video is going to be uploaded to YouTube shortly, so feel free to check it out there if you came late. All right, I think we're good. All right, y'all have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all. God bless, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you. Thank you.